Hello YouTube, Slate Warrior here with another top qual card discussion, and the top qual card that we're going to be discussing today is another Necloth card, this time the Necloth of Catastor. So before I get to the discussion about the effect and properties of Catastor, I just want to make a little bit of a clear up from the last video that I made on the Necloth of Valkyrus. When I said that it was going to be a +4, like, first of all, I clearly stated that I knew that it was a +2, okay? The effect to tribute, and if you tribute 2 of the monsters that get you searches when tributed, plus the draw 2. Okay, so you're getting rid of 2 cards to get 4. I realize that is a +2, but the fact is that if you're using it to tribute the monsters that search, you're only tributing those monsters to get the searches, you know what I mean? So the only purpose of them existing at that time is to get the searches. So the only reason that I was even saying that it was +4 was for emphasis on how strong the effect could be. I realized that it's a +2. I posted this in a Facebook group and a lot of people were complaining about that, so I just thought I'd clear that up. The other thing I want to talk about before I get to the Necloth of Catastor is the comment question that I posted, or that I posed rather, at the end of the video was about Dewloren here, because Dewloren is the last Ice Barrier Synchro monster that hasn't been Neclothified yet, right? But it's come to my attention that with the SPTR pack and apparently the Secrets of Eternity, the way that it's working is that there's going to be 1 ritual monster for each level. So like the level 3 is Clausolas, the level 4 is Unicore, the level 5 is Catastor here, and then level 6 would be Dewloren, except we already have Brionac. So it seems like, I'm not sure if the entire SPTR list has actually already been spoiled, so if it has, then ignore this, but it seems like we're not going to be getting Dewloren at all. Like right now, from what's going on, like they just released the 10 Ally of Justice. It's based on Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. It's of course called the Necloth of Decisive Armor as the 10, and it seems like that was the last Necloth Ritual monster that we're going to be getting. So it seems like we're not going to be getting a Dewloren, at least in this set. So tell me what you think in the comments about if you're sad about Dewloren like I am. I mean, look at this guy. He's like a blue-green ice tiger thing on top of like an iceberg. Like, how much cooler can you get than that? He's secret rare too. He's first dead. So I'm just kind of disappointed that we're not getting, like, he would be so easy to turn into a Necloth. All you have to do is get like a human and like put this little armor on it, right? So I'm definitely disappointed, and if you guys are too, tell me in the comments section below, because it looks like we're not going to be getting a Dewloren. Really sad on that. So back finally to the actual card that we're discussing today, the Necloth of Catastor. The Necloth of Catastor, like I said, is coming on SPTR. It's a water dragon ritual effect monster, level 5. Those are its properties: 2200 attack, 1200 defense. Compare that to Ally Justice Catastor, 22 1200 still, level 5 still. This one's a machine. This one's a dragon. Oh, I kind of wanted to point that out. Yeah, so this is a dragon. It's not a warrior. It's not a spellcaster. This is the first dragon ritual monster that I'm going to be looking at. It's the first one that was released too. The first one was announced. And then, yeah, this one's dark. All the Necloths, of course, are water. All the Ally Justice cards are dark anyway, so nothing surprising there. Alright, so let's get to its effect. It has 2 effects, just like the other ones, a discard and an on-field effect, but I also want to have a little bit of a discussion on its summon condition, because that's pretty interesting. You can ritual summon this card with any Necloth Ritual spell card. Must be ritual summoned by using monsters other than the Necloth of Catastor. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, what I'm thinking about is this card here. This is a card that I'm probably not going to be doing its own discussion on. That's the other Necloth Ritual spell card that was announced a little bit ago, Necloth Kaleidomirror. And the cool thing about this is that you can send a monster from your extra deck. So what I was thinking is that you could, if you wanted to, send like something like this to special summon with this, because it just can't be used. The Necloth Catastor can be used with other level 5 monsters, which this of course is level 5. So if you wanted to, theoretically, you could send something like this from your extra deck to the graveyard with this card to get this out. Also, you could send like a 10 to get 2 of these guys out, because this doesn't say they have to have like different names or anything like that. So I just thought, yeah, that I would bring that up. So yeah, so that's what I have to say about its summon condition. This card, if you want me to do a discussion just on this card, I can do it. Like, there are some combos with like the Necloth. I guess we'll be talking about it with the Necloth of Clausolas definitely tomorrow. But there are some other combos, like with the new Herald. It's like Herald of Rainbow Light, because it has a float effect basically when it's sent to the graveyard in any manner. So if you want me to do a discussion strictly on this card, like if you're that interested and you want to hear my thoughts on it, just tell me in the comment section below. So back to this card. You can discard this card and target a Necloth monster in your graveyard, plus summon that target, right? So that seems pretty good. It's basically a fulfillment of the contract, is the first thing you'd think, right? But if you don't know what fulfillment of the contract does, it special summons a ritual monster from your graveyard. Anyway, you'd think it would be like this, seem fulfillment of the contract, pretty good. It's like a monster reborn for rituals, except if you see that it just special summons it, and every single Necloth ritual monster says must be ritual summoned by using monsters of blah 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 blah. Must be ritual. The important part is must be ritual summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Okay, and just to prove this to you, I've got the Necloth of Trishula here. Must be ritual summoned, blah 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 blah, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So if you are using this thing's effect, that really hurts like this thing's playability, I think. If you are using this thing's effect, you have to get back a non-ritual Necloth monster, such as Necloth Sorcerer, the Necloth Caster Shred, something like that. So, you have to get back something that is not, the powerhouses of the deck, which of course are the ritual monsters, and I think that ultimately does hurt the playability of this card, because the discard effect is just not that good. The best combo I can even think is if you somehow have the Necloth of Valkyrus on the board and you need to tribute some monsters, and you want to tribute one of the ones that is the most plus, which would be, of course, Sorcerer or Caster Shit, because you get to those searches, like I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So, you could use Catastor to special summon one of those from your graveyard and then tribute it off with Valkyrus to get the 1 draw and the 1 search. So that's really the only utility I can see for this, because you can't special summon the powerhouses of the deck, which of course are the ritual monsters. Okay, so now for the on-field effect, you can you can only use that effect once per turn. So this effect you can use as many times as you want per turn. At the start of the damage step, if a Necloth monster you control battles monster special summon from the extra deck, destroy that monster. So that of course is the Catastor effect. This one kills darks. This one kills special summon monsters from the extra deck. Also, this one only works for itself, whereas this one can be used for any Necloth that you have face up. So an example I was thinking of is if you have Necloth Kaleidomirror and you send like something like a Miststorm, I don't know, just something random. Miststorm, I guess. Star Eater would actually work too if you want to bring out Brionac, but then you battle, right? If your opponent has 2 special summon monsters, Burning Abyss and summons those Xyzs, and you got Shaddolls that summon those fusions, those are extra deck monsters. So if you wanted to, you could just use this thing's effect to attack with the, if you use Miststorm, the Unicore, if you use Star Eater, the Brionac, and just, attack over their entire field, because no matter how much attack points that thing has, this thing's effect will trigger at the start of the damage step and destroy it. Of course, you can't use that on something like a window because it can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects, but I just thought that, this thing's ability to be used multiple times per turn could come in handy. So, I don't know if that's going to be enough to get people to play this card. It is kind of awkwardly a dragon where I guess you'll see. There is some support for the dragon Necloth though. That'll be coming later. I guess you've already seen in the title of the video, but alright, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything I have to say about this card. Let's get on to that card that I was just talking about, and that card is the Necloth Warrior Exa. The Necloth Warrior Exa is some support for the dragons. It is a water dragon effect, level 5 Necloth monster, 2000 attack, 1000 defense. The fact that it's level 5 can hurt a little bit because it can't be normal summoned without a tribute. Because it's level 5, right? But since it's level 5 and we're talking about a ritual archetype, that means that it can be used as the materials to ritual summon something like Catastor that is level 5, you know what I mean? So, let's go over its effect. If this card is distributed by a card effect, you can add a dragon type Necloth ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Alright, so that makes this card searchable by more than just preparation of rights. It makes it searchable by something in the archetype. I think that's good. This card, of course, if you're reading that effect, you obviously know that it can be used with Valkyrus, which I really think Valkyrus is going to be a really good card for the deck. So you can use this with Valkyrus, distribute it off, and then search that Catastor. You could actually discard Catastor, special summon a Exa from the graveyard, and then use your Valkyrus effect to tribute it off, and then search another Catastor. So, that could be pretty good if you want to play multiple Catastors. But like I said, this card isn't looking very good to me, so I'm not sure I'm going to test multiple Catastors. And then its other effect, it has an effect like Necloth Sorcerer when it's banished. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Necloth monsters, except this card, special summon it, and then you can only use one effect of it per turn, and once that turn. So, this effect has the same flaw that this one has, because since it's special summoning it, and it's not like ignoring the summoning conditions or anything, you can only special summon, you can special summon something like another Exa, or you can special summon a Sorcerer, or a Caster Shrit. You could not special summon any of the ritual ones, because, as I've talked about with Necloth of Trishula and Necloth of Catastor, they must be ritual summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, that's the flaw there. But if we're talking about when it would get banished, of course, it can get banished when you're using something like Kaleidomirror, because you have to banish this card and Necloth monster from your graveyard. So, that's one way that you can banish it to trigger its effect. That's probably the most common way that you can banish it to trigger its effect. I mean, you could banish it with, like, special summon title from your graveyard. I guess this is an entirely water archetype. We've talked about ways that you can banish these before. With the other ritual spell card, you can actually banish the materials from your graveyard to ritual summon. So that's pretty. You guys know how this card would get banished. So when you do banish it, you can special summon one of your banished Necloths. Of course, what you could do is if you target one. Let me read this again. If this card is banished, you can target one of your banished Necloth monsters, except this card, special summon it. Okay, so you can target another Exa, but I was just wondering, except this card. I missed that the first time. I mean, I didn't miss it. I was assuming that it said that, but I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, you can't target itself when it's banished, but you can target another Exa and any other Necloth monster that can be special summoned by an effect such as this, which is not the ritual ones. So, you know, as I'm talking about with Catastor, if you want to use this and then grab something like another Exo or Catastor or a Sorcerer, you can then use it with Valkyrus to get those draws and those pluses and that +4, right? That +4. Alright, so that's everything I have to say about the Necloth of Catastor. I think that it's, you know, overall a pretty mediocre card and a little bit disappointing. I mean, Catastor, you know, we knew that it would have these stats. You know, I was hoping the effect, at least the first effect, was just a little bit stronger, and that's just one of the weakest discard effects of any of the Necloths that have been revealed so far. So tell me what you think about the Necloth of Catastor and its effect, and maybe, you know, you just completely disagree with me. Maybe, you know, I'm just completely wrong. This effect is so broken, and you guys just need to tell me why. So, you know, in the comment section below, go ahead and do that. Also, tell me what you think about Dewloren that is, you know, probably not going to be printed. Tell me what you think about that. I'm pretty sad about it because, you know, like I said, I just really love this. This is my favorite Ice Barrier Synchro by far. This art is just too good for me not to love this card. So if you're as disappointed as I am, tell me in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about how close they're keeping each of the Necloth cards to the originals. This card here has a pretty accurate on-field effect as this card here, you know what I mean? They're pretty similar, so, you know, you just attack and then you pop the monster that it's battling if it's supposed to come from the extra deck, or in this case if it's dark. So, yeah, so tell me what you think. If you want to see a discussion on just Necloth Kaleidomirror, I can definitely do that. And yeah, tell me what you think about, finally, the Necloth Warrior Exile. That is another Necloth support card that was released recently, and I thought it went pretty much hand in hand with Catastor, so, you know, I thought I'd just talk about it right now. So tell me what you think about all of those cards so I know that you viewed the video. Definitely tell me in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos and Necloth discussions. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Favorite it if you liked it that much. Share it with your Yu-Gi-Oh friends and anybody who wants to show about these cool Necloth cards. I really love that. The fact that we're getting a new ritual archetype. Well, probably not for a long time, but a new ritual archetype is being created. And yeah, I will see you later, YouTube.